we're going to cover how you can triple your money investing in Pokemon, and it's not even clickbait. Seriously, let's get started. Hello, beautiful people. Captain Zack Sparrow here. I know everyone always wants to know, how can I double my money? How can I quadruple my money? Well, I have an actual example on how you can triple your money investing in Pokemon. So what I've been looking at recently has been the Shiny Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates, SV107. I was looking on PSA, so I would definitely get familiar with PSA's website. And I'm not saying, hey, you need to invest with PSA. However, they have the market in that they own the market for basically, essentially everything related to trading cards. In this case, especially Pokemon. They just have the market. Get familiar with it. They're not going anywhere anytime soon, at least. So, one thing, and my computer's right here, is, and I'll put up an image on the screen for you guys too. So, a full art Charizard VMAX, the shiny SV107. If you look all the way to the right, it says total, and you've got 1,630 cards graded, and 1,398, just to the left of that, would be the PSA 10s. That's right, the PSA 10s. And then 203 of them are PSA 9s, meaning if you send in a shiny Charizard VMAX, what are you probably going to get? Now, one thing to keep in mind, the type of people who send cards in to PSA, most of them are shooting for the PSA 10, so you're going to send in your better cards. The reason I bring up the shiny Charizard VMAX other than any other set is the set is still, for the most part, brand spanking new. You can still go out and get a Shining Fates ETB. I understand it's not as simple to do right now, given the current circumstances. You can still pick up an ETB for like $70 shipped. It is not that bad. Anyway, get a brand new shiny Charizard VMAX. The conditions of them are all of them are going to be fantastic, unless of course they were actually played. So, holy crap! I just noticed this kid got a 2. He got a PSA 2. He had to have whizzed on his card before he sent it in. Oof, that is rough. Man, that stinks. All right, so if you don't pee on your cards before, I mean, honestly though, if you don't rip up your cards or handle them with your dirty feet and send them in, you should probably get a halfway decent grade with these cards right now. So I was looking online on eBay. So you want to go to eBay again. That's kind of where the market's at. A big part of the market is on eBay. And you can look at a lot of shiny Charizard VMAXs. As of the recording of this video, at least, I don't know when I'm going to put it up. You can realistically get a shiny Charizard VMAX for around the $200 mark. PSA 10s, let's conservatively say they go for $600. Why would you buy a PSA 10 shiny Charizard VMAX for, let's say, 600-ish bucks, 650, 700? They're more comfortably going around those prices, when you could buy 3 shiny Charizard VMAXs for $200 and send them and get graded and potentially get 10s on them. Now, again, you're taking some risk on with that, right? So you have to assess your risk tolerance. This is something I did for clients before too. Some people couldn't stomach risk. Hey, I want to be in all bonds. I understand stocks statistically do better long term, but you know what? I want to be in bonds. I can't take that up and down business. You might be one of those people who say, you know what? I want the guaranteed 10. $600, that's not that bad. I'll pay the $600 just for the comfort and knowing I am getting a PSA 10. And that's great, man. But for those of you who want to risk it all, I would buy 3 brand new cards. They're most likely pack fresh. They really are. And expect, I would, if you have an eye for it, and the seller isn't, make sure the seller has decent feedback, not a brand new account with 0 feedback and the pictures are blurry or doesn't have a picture of the back of the card. I always like to look for cards that have half a dozen pictures at least, just so you can get different angles and understand that a picture isn't going to it's not going to encapsulate everything, right? However, you can get a pretty good idea of the card. Make sure there's no whitening, it's all centered, all that fun stuff. Now, if you have just a decent eye for it and knowing that it's pack fresh and you have to trust the seller on that, I would certainly buy 3 of those bad boys and realistically expect one of those to come back at 10. Honestly, I could probably expect 2 or all 3 of those to come back at 10. Even if 2 of them come back at 9, even if you have an 8, 9, and a 10 come back, you're going to be well in the green, my friend. And if you get a couple of these as 9s and 10, you're going to triple your money with this. I'm going to say it again. If you get some 9s and 10s out of sending in cards like this, you will triple your money on this. It takes time for that money to come back. Well, what if the card market crashes? I am just saying, as the way that the card market is right now, that is what you could realistically expect. I am not guaranteeing anything, of course. Nobody can do that. I don't have a crystal ball. Historically, these kind of cards appreciate in value. They go up in value long term. Take that how you will. $600 for PSA 10 or buy 3 $200 raw cards. Just raw dog it, send them in. And as long as you don't spill your Doritos and get your juices all over them. Oof, I could have worded that better too, couldn't I? Get your juices everywhere. Just don't get any store-bought juices or bodily juices on your cards, all right? Good rule of thumb there. What was I talking about? There are opportunities like this all over in the market. You just have to have your ear to the ground. Be looking for some of those cards. Some of the cards that you might know a little bit more about, that you're more interested in personally. And just know the reason why I like this particular example is Charizard. It's pretty cut and dry. That's a pretty simple decision if you ask me, in my opinion. Disclaimers, I can't guarantee anything, blah, blah, blah. I hope this video was informative for you. I hope you learned something out of this, or it helped you just kind of think in a slightly different way. That's what this channel is all about, just to get you thinking slightly different, go against the grain a little bit maybe, or get some other kind of, I don't want to say advice, but input from someone else who has experienced this on the other side of the market before. Thank you guys for interacting on the channel. As much as I laugh and sometimes I'm serious, and sometimes when I'm editing my videos, it almost looks like I'm condescending. I'm trying, I don't ever try to be condescending, but some of you guys might be like, man, this guy is capricious. And I apologize for that, and thank you for bearing with me on it. I want to let you know that I am truly grateful. But the best thing to do would be to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified of future videos just like this one. And until next time. I'm hungry. It is time to eat. I am not even going to edit this video tonight. It's just like I tell my wife. You gotta eat big to get big.